Okay, hello everybody. If we've got anybody online, this is Aaron Utley, and we're at Dream Wizards in Rockville, Maryland. We're getting ready for our first round one match in our Tours for Tots 100-point benefit tournament. We got Ron Brannan and Ben Kavanaugh. Ron's running Poe Dameron and Han Solo, and Ben's running a mix of ties with a shuttle, and I'll have that information up for you shortly. Steel Enterprises?
Steel Enterprises?
All one word.
Okay.
Yep.
This Thursday is no tournament. Right. Because the kids won it. Kids tournament. The kid Harry tournament. Did you see all the pictures? Yeah, so I got it. That was fantastic. I don't know if he's back. We know he's back. Not really. I had to write my next article, so you guys ready over here? Do you want me to start the clock now?
Whenever you like. Whenever you like. I mean, they can open the game before I'm done with the list information. That's fine. Sure. We are running 75-minute rounds. So we're going to have full games today.
So you know, we have a sale going on this thing.
We have the booster packs. What about? It's in print though, right?
Yeah. And that's the collectible card game version that came out in the mid-90s. That's basically not a game by Steve Jackson. I think they're going to kickstart it again for select editions because it's not available right now.
So what is this one?
That was for the collectible card game version, which is basically more exactly. Played the same way as Illuminati, but you just had a chance to get rare cards. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are still setting up. Like I said, let's go through these in a little more detail. Ben's got a mix of a Doom shuttle. We've got an Omicron shuttle with Vader on it. Hal Runner and his Black Squadron pilot both have crack shot. Then he's got a Cutlass Squadron Punisher with clusters, extra munitions, and an accuracy corrector for primary weapon fire, and an Academy pilot to round it out. Ron has gone with a thematic Force Awakens type thing going on here. He's got Han Solo with Predator, engine upgrade, gunner and tactician. So he's going to get stress at range 2, but only in his primary arc of his Falcon. And Poe Dameron with Predator, RTD2 and auto thrusters. So a pretty survivable Poe Dameron that can regen shields and should be able to put out a good amount of damage on particularly these three ships over here with Pilot Skill 2. So he's going to be counting on his T-70 there for a lot of damage output. So they're getting moving. Ben's moving along the bottom of the screen there with his Cutlass Squadron pilot, his Academy tie. Who has initiative, guys? Okay. Ron has initiative, so Poe will move before Howlrunner. And there goes his shuttle. So his 1s and his 2s have moved. We're going to get the Black Squadron pilot, then Poe will move, and then Howlrunner, and finally Han. So we're going to have a very mobile Falcon here. It'll be interesting to see if these low pilot skill ties get any effective blocking done against Ron. So we get a 4 straight from Poe. And there goes Howlrunner, scoot up in the back of that group. And a quick boost by Han around there to the left. And it's a range 3 shot. He's going to Predator that reroll against that Academy pilot. Just 1 hit. Easily evaded. That's going to kick in gunner. 1 natural hit. And going to stick with 3 hits, and he takes 1. We're back to dial, so the end of round 1. Don't believe that Academy pilot had arc there. So no shots back.
I don't know if we've started registration.
We have to start registration until the judge gets here.
Beat some of the parties down before you're on your own, and then it's just you just at each other's throats. What's up? Saturdays don't exist here anymore. They're erased.
We'll put it up on YouTube later. Yeah. So, a little bit of deciding going on with the dials. Yeah, we got a little bit of a throwback, some new elements mixed in with some older style lists. Not so super fat hand with Poe. So an interesting thematic list with the new movie coming out, and kind of a variation on a not really so much a small swarm with a shuttle. So he's got his Punisher mixed in there, so a little bit different, something a little fun. Okay, here goes his Academy pilot. Okay, it's going to be a hard 3 to the right. And it looks like he's going to barrel roll to the right to try and keep ahead of that Falcon if you can. All right, another big turn, another 3 turn from his Punisher there. Looks like he is going to boost his Punisher. And another big move from his Shuttle. Pretty deft flying there, not bad. Gets everybody in there. Looks like he stressed his Shuttle to make that big sweeping turn. And we're moving our Shuttle out of the way to see if the Black Squadron pilot's going to get over him here. It looks like he's going to make it. Yeah. So pretty well done there. And he's going to focus with his Black Squadron pilot. Now we'll see what Mr. Dameron does. And looks like he's queued up a 3 turn himself. He's going to focus. And Howl Runner predictably takes a quick turn. So a good piece of formation flying there from Ben. Get everybody turned in. No bumps. No rocks. Pretty good bit of flying. And Howl Runner will focus. So our Falcon is going to take that one bank and thread those rocks. And let's see if he opts to boost or try and get out of range of some of those. And he is attempting to boost around to the left. Doesn't look like he's got room, but he might. So let's give it a check. No, he's on that rock, so he's not going to be able to boost to the left. Let's see if he backs that up and decides to boost straight. Ron taking a good close look. He's walking around the table, checking out that falcon and the positioning and trying to decide what he's going to do with his action here. I think he's looking at who's got arc and who's shooting through rocks. How much fire is he going to take this turn before he decides whether or not to boost, and if he boosts forward, will he lose any of those arcs? I think that's what Ron's debating here. He decides to go ahead and focus. We've got 1 damage on our Academy pilot, so he's going to go ahead and engage that Academy pilot, look to kill it. He's free of his rock, so here comes his roll. He's rolled a hit, a couple eyeballs it looks like. And he goes in and spins that for 3 hits. And that takes him out. 2 more hits on the Academy pilot, and he's off the table. So good quick kill by Ron on that Academy pilot. Looks like we took a crit.
Shaken pilot.
Okay, shaken pilot. Which does what?
Can't be assigned straight maneuver.
Okay. So that is going to apply, I guess, to his Black Squadron pilot, who now will not be able to take a straight maneuver in the next turn. Pretty unlikely, I think, anyway. But he's got the 1 damage through. Little surprised we didn't see any first order ties here. We got 2 hits. And 1 shield goes through on the Falcon, through that rock. Okay, so he's got range 1 and Howler Runner for his return fire with his Black Squadron pilot. So he's going to roll 2 dice, take his Howler Runner roll. And he gets 1 hit through. Ron rolls a couple of 8s. And he takes 2 shields off from that sort of pot shot there by our Cutlass. Now we're shooting at hand with our Shuttle. Howler Runner's going to get in that 1 reroll. But he's stressed, so he doesn't. And shaken pilot also for Han, as that all that fire chipped away and got through Han's shields, and he went ahead and evaded him and put a shaken pilot crit on Han as well. So we're 1 in the hull on Falcon. After that, Vader. So I think we're gonna remember now going into this, we can't get any straight maneuvers out of the Falcon or the Black Squadron pilot, because they both have that shaken pilot crit, and we should see Poe go ahead and turn in and try to do some damage this next round. I assume you're talking about the new named First Order pilots. Dog's asking, what are the guys up here think of the new named? We're talking about the named pilots out of the Gozanti expansion. Yeah, that's a lot of screams of broken. We'll see. Somehow I doubt it. The Nova page was a buzz of conversation of Youngster yesterday and his EPT ability. If you've not seen it yet, Youngster is one of the named pilots that comes out with the assault carrier expansion coming out next week, and his ability allows any friendly ship, I believe in range 1, 2, or 3, to perform his EPT action. So it has to be an action EPT like marksmanship or expose, but then it gives any of those ships on the board the ability to take that action as their action. So it's a pretty powerful ability and got a lot of play on the page yesterday. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, it's a powerful ability on a very fragile ship, so we'll see how it works. As admittedly a guy who doesn't play TIE Fighters very often, I would be the last person to ask. Been picking up one of his dials there and taking another look on that black again. That remember can't move straight, so he's going to have to turn. But that's pretty much what you expect here anyway. I think who that really disadvantages in this case is the Falcon. Not being able to run straight, but the angle's funny to judge here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to clear left or not. Unfortunately, he's sort of defensive here and running away, so not getting any use at all out of Tactician. Remember, that's got to be in primary arc, so he in theory would want to get somebody in front of him in his primary arc to go ahead and apply Tactician at range 2 and stress somebody, but not getting the opportunity here is I don't see how he can get turned into these guys. Alright, so target locks Poe. Alright. Be pretty surprised if Ron leaves Poe in that Punisher's arc, but you never know. Alright, so our shuttle, we're going to mark the black squadron pilot, get him up out of the way, and move our shuttle. It looks like a 2 or 3 bank, and he may clip that rock. Did he clear the rock? Okay, he just barely cleared that rock by a hair. But that is but a white maneuver, not a green maneuver, so he's going to retain his stress. And he's going to have some interesting flying to have to do to get through that the next. I don't see how he's going to avoid going over a rock on his next turn. So he does retain his stress. And now we're going to see his black squadron pilot move. So he's going to relieve that crit as he didn't make a straight maneuver. Nicely done. He's going to squeeze right in there beside his shuttle. Pretty well done. It was a nice little maneuver. So nice position flying from Ben this game. He's had a couple turns in a row for pretty good positioning, and that, no exception. It's a real nice precise move. And he's going to go ahead and focus. Here comes Mr. Dameron. As expected, a pretty aggressive move to stay out of that, stay out of the arc of that Punisher, and he's going to boost around. One of the nicest additions to the X-Wing in the T-70 is that ability to boost. It makes it a much more powerful ship. And Howl Runner looks like it's going to do a 2-bank here, and I don't know if she's going to clear or not. She may bump. And because of the bump, then Howl Runner ends up on the rock directly in front of Poe with no actions, no ability to evade these dice. This might be a nasty exchange for Howl Runner. I'm not sure if she's an arc of Poe or not. And she is. Just went over and took a look at it. She's in arc there and rolls a hit of damage. So Howl Runner has a nasty bump, rock, and damage, and is about to eat some range 2 fire from. And a K-turn. Very clever. So that's going to put him at range 2 from the Black Squadron pilot and the shuttle. So he may be able to double stress that shuttle here in a second. Pretty well done. Nice little move. I always forget that the Falcon can K-turn. I've not spent a whole lot of time playing with him. So here we go. That's an odd choice. He's going to engage Howl Runner at range 3 through no rock. You know, I would have expected him to go ahead and stress the yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. So rather than take the range 2 shot in arc and stress that, yeah, a little confused by that, but his gunner's gonna kick in, and it looks like a couple hits and a crit maybe, and 1 gets through, so just three hits. So Poe is gonna shoot her up as well. And she should be at 1 hull. Trying to decide if Poe has Howl Runner and arc. No, not today. So it looks like that was, I thought he had Howl Runner and arc with Poe there, and he didn't. So good decision, I guess, to go ahead and shoot it, try and take Howl Runner off the board with the Falcon. Just didn't get very lucky with the damage. So Poe has no shot. And now we're going to have our Black Squadron pilot at range 2 into Han. So Howl Runner survives to go ahead and buff these attacks. He's going to get a rock. Ron is going to get a rock for this attack. And he whiffs with his 2 dice. Howl Runner is going to give him 1. And that's a hit. 2 evades. Han starts rolling evades finally. Shuttle's going to get a rock.
I can pick up later, but I can't do it.
Alright, takes another for Vader. So what'd you get off the shuttle there, Ron?
Shuttle got 2 hits.
2 hits and the Vader crit?
And Vader crit. So major explosion.
Nice. So the Vader crit is a major explosion. And he rolls up nothing, so. But Han's having trouble rolling evades against that shuttle. He's starting to pile up the damage. So we're back to dials again. Let me go take a look real quick at what we got. I think Han's at 4 or 5 in the hull, so he's got a lot of damage. And still we're having Mr. Dameron here is taking his time getting into the fight.
Mr. Dameron knows what he's doing. I think. He's got a plan. Oh, he's in arc. In range 2. Oh, no. Oh, I know, I did too. I looked at it, it was the hair. That's why I was like,
1 damage on home.
2.
yeah.
2, yeah, 2 has. Oh, 2. So she has 1 left.
Shuttle is stressed.
Shuttle has an interesting piece of flying to do here in a second.
Yeah. Shuttle's been stressed all day.
All right.
All the shuttle cares about is just freaking Vader. Which I can't get out of the stupid arc of a shuttle. I mean, really? With the Falcon?
So our Falcon is 4 into his hull, so he's got 4 hull left. Howl Runner has 2, took a damage on that rock, so Howl Runner has 1 hull left. The Shuttle is stressed, but really fine with that. He really just wants to engage the Falcon and do Vader crits, so that's okay. No big deal with that. Not sure what we're going to see here. Mr. Brannan. He's remember he's stressed going into this because he carried that K turn and stress in from the last turn. So we will have to see what he does here. I think our Punisher is maybe regretting the decision to lock Poe, because now he's got his target lock on the wrong guy. And at this point, clusters with a focus would probably do a number on Han.
If I hose it,
So I appreciate everybody logged in to watch. Once again, we're at Dream Wizards in Rockville, Maryland. We're doing a Toys for Tots benefit tournament. It's a standard 100-point tournament, but everyone brought a new unwrapped toy, and that's part of a bigger Toys for Tots campaign we've got going on here in the Nova area. We got the 100-point tournament here at Dream Wizards today. Next Saturday, we've got another 100-point Toys for Tots benefit tournament up at Games and Stuff in Glen Burnie, out by BWI. And then next Sunday, I'm running a Team Epic tournament. It's a 3-round Team Epic tournament. Same deal. Bring a toy, and we're just gonna try and mix it up a little bit with a different format. So, if you guys are local, I hope you'll come out and join us. I will probably also be running a stream from Games and Stuff next week, so be sure to tune in and check those out. Always good games here in the area. Good players show up, so always something good to watch at our local events here. And the dials are going down. joking he liked to have dash in the situation. We do have a bit of a problem here with these rocks. Obviously that Black Squadron pilot is going to move in and try and block the lane through those rocks there. I mean, the movement options for the shuttle are pretty limited, but remember, all he's got to do is keep him in arc. So I think Ron doing a hard turn to the right and running, you know, I don't know if that suits him, or you know, I think probably he's going to make a short move up here, and hope for a bump with that shuttle so that shuttle can't engage him and can't use Vader again. But we'll see. Still making our mind up. I hadn't asked. Looks like there's about 8 of you watching. Just got a message that one of my friends is having trouble getting it up, getting the stream to play. Is sound and video okay? Is everybody able to see it okay and hear me fine? Okay, and so looks like our Punisher went ahead with a K-turn, which is, you know, kind of what he's got to do. I don't think we're going to be seeing Han on the board here much more for very many more turns. They are managing to pretty effectively chip away at him and get some damage in. So that shuttle does really all he can do. Overflew that rock, and he rolled up, didn't take damage from the rock. But they're going to clog up that lane and force him to Han to either bump or move around. And you got to think Han's just going to go ahead and take the bump in this case, rather than fly around in you know, completely in front of the. Well, I don't know. I mean, it looks like he's got enough range to leapfrog him completely. So I'm not sure he doesn't just do that. I'm a little surprised that the Black Squadron pilot didn't go ahead and clog up that space to the left of the shuttle. But let's see what he does. So we got a target lock and a focus. Well, no, the target lock is from the Punisher. So Poe comes around, and Poe, remember, I'm not sure Poe has fired a shot this game, but he's coming around. Okay, thanks, Tots. Appreciate it. Audio, video are good. Hal is so we've gone from a lot of really nifty flying early to kind of a lot of interactions with rocks, a lot of bumps. So another bump from Hal Runner, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be trying to get him right off the board, get her right off the board this turn. And let's see what he did. Did he leapfrog this shuttle or what? No. Looks like he went with 1 or 2 straight and the bump. Keep everything out in front of him, and that's a pretty good call. So Han's engaging the Black Squadron pilot at range 1. Black bumped that shuttle, so he doesn't have any way to modify his results. So Predator's going to give him a reroll. And he's got 3 hits. So we've got 3 hits going into 3 dice from the Black Squadron pilot, and he rolls 1 evade, so it takes 2, and that clears him off the board. And so 3 hits on Hal Runner. Hal Runner only with 1 hull left, and that's the end of Hal Runner. And so does our Does our Punisher have range? I think Ben's just lamenting a little bit that he doesn't. He used crack shot, so he gets 2 hits. Focusing on thrusters for 3 evades, so evades that clean, no damage. And we are back to dials again, and things have gone precipitously bad here for Ben. Things were looking pretty good for a second, and now starting to go off the rails a little bit. Well, thanks to you guys that are logging in to watch this with me. Again, we're at Dream Wizards in Rockville. We got 14 players here for our Toys for Tots tournament. So that's one of my favorite charities. I'm glad to see people showed out. Everybody brought a new unwrapped toy to donate for the event. So decent turnout, a good weekend local event. All right, we're back to movement, and here goes. We'll get a 2 straight with a boost. I'm not sure what that does for. Not sure what that does for that Punisher. I can't imagine he's going to have arc here on Poe. And our Shuttle with a 1 bank. So Senor Vader is out of the game for the moment. And it looks like our Shuttle's going to go ahead and take a target lock on the Falcon. Okay. So I think we probably might get to see a Talon roll in the next turn, which is always fun because it's a cool maneuver. But just gonna have shooting from Han this turn. I'm shooting into the Shuttle at range 1, and he's gonna get a whole bunch of rerolls. Gonna reroll Predator, focus, and 4 hits. So that goes 4 into the Shuttle. And Poe's got a range 2 shot here on the Shuttle. 2 hits and a crit, and that kills the Shuttle. So the Shuttle pilot is both stunned and dead. And I think we'll see a nice big sweeping turn from the Falcon here, and perhaps a Talon roll around to the left there for Poe to get back in a position and try and shoot up this Punisher and wrap this game up. And I'm going to go ahead and weigh in that youngster is a preposterously bad name for a spaceship pilot, but that's just me. Youngster. Why not young'un or lil TIE pilot? Youngster. Alright, so loses a shield, rolled up crit, loses a shield off that rock. And so Poe is going to move here. As expected. Get a Talon roll there. Mr. Poe is stressed. Let's see where Han is taking it here. And big sweeping turn. 30 minutes left to play. Remember, we're playing 75 minutes today, so still plenty of time to play. Most of these rounds will not. Will wrap up. I think we're looking at 4 rounds at 75 minutes, so these will all finish up. So we've got a range 2 shot from the Falcon into the Punisher. It's probably going to spend the rest of the game pretty defensive here. And 2 more shields come off. Poe has a range 3 shot. And he's going to Predator that. Has no focus, so he can't modify that. Ben with a quick decision on his Punisher. Taking a look at these rocks. I think Ron deciding if he wants to just overfly the rock, just be done with it. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes ahead and does that. If we get maybe a 3 turn to the left over the rock. Don't see why not. I mean, there's no hurry, but let's see what he does. No, he goes with a straight 3. So plenty of time. No hurry to get around and kill that Punisher. Don't see as he really has any. There's any way he can turn this around. So we're just gonna ease around and get this fight back over to this Punisher. Oh, this was a K-turn by the Punisher. Didn't realize he had turned around, so he's facing back. Sorry about that. Now we're back to dials. Ron's ready. Placement of that rock makes Ben's options fairly limited. It's a 3 straight from the Punisher. Easily clears that rock. It's a white maneuver though. It's not going to clear stress. So Poe is going to, I think, K-turn. Yep. Up front.
You did.
So Poe K-turns and he's stressed. He's going to get that rock.
Yeah. The fully loaded bomber did better than I thought.
Get a 1 hard. Keep the Falcon out in front of that. Han's got a range 3 shot. No rock. So he pulls up 2 hits and a crit. Crit is a direct hit. So the Punisher's pretty banged up. And he's returning fire at Han. Poe doesn't have a shot. Han rolls 2 of 8s.
Yes, it was 30.
And we'd be just coming up on time now if we were playing 60-minute rounds, but we still got plenty of time left, so this game will come to its conclusion here in a sec. Alright, so a little conservative move there from the Punisher. I think we would have probably seen cluster missiles here, but I don't think he's going to get a chance. I think Poe's going to kill him here at range 1. He's only got 2 hull left, so I think this is going to wrap it up. Yeah, so he's going to take... Han could do it here at range 3. Predator reroll focus, so we got, looks like 2 hits and a crit. Alright, and they're calling it a good game, so that's it. Ron defeats Ben 100 to nothing. In another weapons failure crit. So that's going to wrap up round 1. We still got about 15 minutes left to go to time. I'm not exactly sure if any of these games will go to 75 minutes, so just stay tuned, and you should get a quick ping when we're back online, and hope you come back and join us from Dream Wizards in Rockville, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.